Star Wars came out in 1977, before I was even born, but somehow it's always been a part of my life. I remember being a kid, sitting there watching those movies, and honestly being a little scared. Darth Vader chasing Luke in The Empire Strikes Back, the Rancor in Return of the Jedi, those moments stuck with me. But even then I couldn't look away, because there was something about it, something bigger than just a movie. And as I got older, that fear turned into appreciation. Because of those films, they're timeless. Luke, Vader, Leia, Han Solo, the story, the characters, the music, it just never gets old. I've watched those movies more times than I can count, and somehow they still hit the same way every time. I'll never forget sitting in a movie theater by myself watching The Phantom Menace for the first time. Hearing that music, seeing the title crawl, I had chills. And I remember thinking this is something special. And then a little over a year ago, I started opening Star Wars cards on this channel, and I had no idea where it would go. At first it was just nostalgia, but then it became something a lot bigger. Along the way I've had some incredible moments opening these cards. Hits I've never expected, cards I never thought I would have the chance to pull. But more importantly, I've gotten to know so many of you. The comments, the likes, the conversations, that support means everything. The people who've bought cards from me on eBay, the people who show up to my Whatnot streams, hang out, talk Star Wars, have fun. You guys are the reason I get to keep doing this, and I don't take that lightly. And for those of you who've been here since the beginning, the messages on Facebook, on Instagram, the conversations we've had along the way, you know who you are, and I truly appreciate all of you. Because the idea that I can sit here, talk about Star Wars, open cards, and share this all with you, and even have a chance at one day doing this full time is honestly kind of crazy to me. And I'm incredibly grateful for it. Because at the end of the day, this isn't really about the cards. It's about what they represent. It's about holding a piece of something that's been a part of your life, sometimes for decades. It's about looking at a card and remembering how it made you feel. And that's why I collect. Not because of what something is worth, but because of what it means. So today, on Star Wars Day, I want to take a step back and share something a little more personal. This is my collection. These are the cards that mean the most to me and why. I'll probably never let them go. And may the Force be with you. Hey everybody, I hope you liked that montage I put together. Just wanted to show some of the hits I've pulled over the past it's been a little over a year. And also, just show my appreciation to everybody, because without you, I couldn't do what I'm doing. And I hope you guys know that I'm genuine and I really appreciate all of you, and I truly do. But I've had this requested for a long time. Everybody says to me, hey, what do you collect? Let me see your collection. So I figured May the 4th, let's show off what I have in my collection. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start showing off what Dave collects. All right, so here's the first stack. And here's the first card. 1977 Series 1 Star Wars. I recently bought this card. I actually pride myself in most of the cards that I own, I've pulled personally and graded. But this one, this is the card that everybody wants. This was the card that financially I could, justify spending the money on it. So it's a PSA 3. And my goal with all these vintage cards is to slowly upgrade them as I can. Maybe get to a 4, to a 5, and then sell, etc., etc. So I'd like to try to move my way up the ladder. I doubt I'll ever get to a 10, but here is a PSA 3 Luke Skywalker card number 1. This is the first card. So Luke, there he is. We'll put Luke on a stand. So other cards from this collection, I have card number 2, which is the first R2 and C3PO card. And that's in a PSA 5. We have Han Solo. Han Solo's rookie card, card number 4, in a PSA 6. There he is, Space Pirate Han. We have Princess Leia's rookie card in a PSA 5, card number 5, Princess Leia. And we've got, I absolutely love this card. I just upgraded this one. I had a 6 and I got to a 7. I absolutely love this. Alec Guinness is, he's the best Obi-Wan. Ewan McGregor's awesome, but Alec Guinness was the best Obi-Wan Kenobi. And there's his rookie card, card number 6. And then we have a few more cards from that set. Here's one with, with Luke and Obi-Wan and C-3PO. I love this card. Here is Vader and Obi-Wan. It's the first lightsaber battle. Card number 45. Got that in a 5. And then we have here a Han sticker. So this is not the one that I pulled out of the Series 1 pack. I am going to send that out and get graded. My Series 1 pack one does have gum on the back. But I purchased this card, and, again, until I can upgrade, I'm not going to get rid of it. So there's all my Series 1 cards that are part of my collection. So Series 2, I only have 2 cards. I love this Obi-Wan. I really like the Obi-Wan vintage cards. Here's a PSA 7 in the Obi-Wan, and then look at this, the Han and Chewie. So this is definitely a set that I need to get more of, but these are the only 2 I have right now. Series 3, I am super proud of because, number one, I pulled every single card here and graded it personally, okay? And I have to thank my buddy, Popcorn Culture. I always tell you guys to follow him. He is truly a very, very great person, and I am super lucky to have met him. He's been very generous to me, and when I tell you to follow him, I mean it. He's a great guy, and I've learned a lot, and I don't think I'd be where I was if I hadn't have met him. But he, gave me these packs to open. You guys can watch the video. I opened them all, and then I graded them. So these are special to me. These are special because when I see these, I'm like, yeah, I opened them and I graded them. So here we go. So David Prowse's Darth Vader. I'd love to get his autograph someday. PSA 4. Again, it's not the greatest grade, but it's my only Vader sticker, and it's a 4. PSA 8. This card is amazing. I kept this over the PSA 9 off-center because I just like this card better. I mean, again, when I collect something, it's not about how much is this worth and what is it going to be worth. I mean, we do think about that. We're human beings, but when I look at a card, it's how does it make me feel? And this card is just really, really nice. And I just love this card. So here's a Prowse 8. Here's another great Vader. This is a 9. Again, I like the higher graded cards. Don't get me wrong, because they look better. But there's Vader in the hallway right after the Stormtroopers invaded in the first movie. Another great Vader card. Again, I only had one of these that I pulled. Here's a great Alec Guinness. Again, I love these Alec Guinness cards. Our next stack here, we've got Peter Cushing as Grand Moff Tarkin in a PSA 8. The Stormtroopers in the hallway. I mean, gosh, who doesn't like a good Stormtrooper in a PSA 8? Han Solo. Harrison Ford as Han Solo. Again, another guy's autograph I'd love to finally get someday. PSA 7 on that. What a great image of Han here. He has so many good images from the original movies. We're going to see a few of them here in this set. But again, PSA 8 on that card. Here's a Han sticker and an 8. Again, a high grade on the sticker, guys, is extremely rare, and they are very valuable. Love that. I mean, gosh, there's the space pirate right there, man. The scoundrel. And there's another one. I love the images of him holding his blaster. All right, our end stack of the next series here, we've got Princess Leia on a 6, a nice Princess Leia on a 7. Again, I got to upgrade these. Princess Leia on an 8. I really like this card. This is from the award ceremony from the original movie. One of my most favorite images, all of Star Wars is right here, and it's for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's got all 3 of them in it. I love the smirk on his face. But also, quick story, my wife and I, for our honeymoon, went to Disney World. She'd never been there. And they had a photo booth that you could get your faces put in. And there's a picture we have in our house of my wife's face in Leia and my face in Han. So, whenever I see that image, I always think of her and how much fun that was together to do that. So, that's where that kind of brings. Again, cards, bring back memories. Another great image of all 3 of them, plus Chewie in the back is a little bonus, and that's a PSA 8. Got some C-3POs here. I remember pulling both of these cards and how nice they looked, and the grading shows how good they are. I mean, to get an 8 in a vintage card, I mean, these cards are going to be 50 years old, and it's pretty incredible to have something that's remained in a pack for that long. to come out of that pack, get graded, and pull this kind of grade, especially when you consider the the techniques of making cards back then. We're not as precise in the way that they were cut. Again, another great sticker, PSA 8 of R2 and C3PO. I love just like, look at that sticker. It's so, I love the vintage, and it just reminds you of how long this has been going on for, and that's really cool to me. The next series is the Green Series. These cards all came from Popcorn Culture's Whatnot stream. You can go in there. He has these packs. You guys can buy them from him, and he'll open them right in the stream. And his stuff is good. You're not going to get stuff that's all smashed, bad corners. I mean, not everything's going to be perfect. I'm never going to claim that. But I bought these packs on his stream. He sent them to me, and I got them graded, and here's the results. So here's a great Vader in the corridor, a PSA 7, great grade. Here's a great Leia. Another Leia from the awards ceremony. Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia. Gosh, I'd love her autograph. PSA 7. Han Solo and a PSA 5. Again, I just love like how old this looks. And, it's a 5. Big deal. If I can ever get a better version of it, I will. But it's just cool. It's just, I don't know why. I just think it's cool. Great Vader. I mean, I know it isn't as polished as everything else, but it's just like it's 50 years old. It's 50-year-old Vader. Here's R2-D2. Love that. Kenny Baker's R2-D2. Again, another Obi-Wan, Ben Kenobi with his hood on. Again, brings back memories of the original movies. And then we got a couple great stickers here. We got a Luke and we got an R2. Both 8s. Great stickers. Great stickers. The good news is if financially anything ever happened or I needed some money, that's another thing with me collecting is I have some, these cards are liquid. These cards could be sold. If something happened in my life and I needed to make some money, we could do that with some of these. So, but to me, I hope I never have to do that. I want this to stay with me forever, and I want to pass them on to my kids. So the Orange Series, I only have 2 of these, and I'm going to try to get some more of them. I think these are the least desirable set of the series. I think people, gravitate more towards the other colors more. But I like having all the different colors. But these are 2 great cards of R2 and C3PO, both in a PSA 7. The Wonderbreads. I've been trying to start collecting these. I only have 2 of these now. I have a Falcon in a 6, and I have the Stormtroopers in a 5. I recently did buy a Leia and a Han, and I'm waiting for those to come in. I haven't got those yet, but the Wonderbread cards is pretty incredible to think about. They were actually in loaves of bread. So when you can get a high grade on something that was in a loaf of bread, that's pretty cool. Moving on to, this is the last bit of my vintage here. I have some Empire Strikes Back. I bought this sticker. I thought this was really cool. All 3 of them plus Chewie on there. That's a neat sticker. Puzzle on the back. Love me some Master Yoda. I have somebody that follows me that comes in Whatnot a lot, that he's a big Yoda guy, and I'm always trying to get Yoda for him, but this one, sorry, Rip. I wanted to keep this one for myself. You might even have this card already, but there's Yoda from Empire Strikes Back. Here is Luke on the Bantha. Again, I don't know, I just like the card. It makes me remember Hoth, and because that Hoth battle was a really cool scene in the movie. I love this card. I absolutely love this card. This is, when I was a kid, this part scared me. And it says, hate me, Luke, destroy me. It just shows, when you look at the whole progression of Anakin Skywalker into Darth Vader, back to Anakin Skywalker, it just shows you, like, dude, how bad this guy was at one point. And the fact that it got a 9 grade is huge, and I love that card. Again, another great image. When Luke sees Darth Vader, he's going to face him for the first time. He saw him before fighting Ben, but now he's going to face him. And, like, just the fear of, like, there he is. It's such a cool, 1983. What a great job at cinematography to pull that off. That looks so cool. And probably one of my favorite cards. Darth Vader Return of the Jedi, one of his best images. I currently have some of these out at PSA. I'm hoping, it'll be months before I see them. I'm hoping I can get a better grade than an 8, but again, I'm very happy with this card. This card is Really cool. So that's all my vintage. Let's move on to the next part of my collection. Okay, so I also like to collect autographs from Star Wars. And the reason I like to collect autographs is it just makes it much more personable to me to see a card. I got to watch that actor and then to have their autograph on the card. Now, I personally like the on-card autos the best. It just means something to think that that person that you watch, that you appreciate what they did, took that exact card and they wrote their signature on it. That's really cool to me. So I gravitate more towards the original trilogy. Like, that's my goal. I want to find as many autographs from any kind of actor or anybody from those movies. I want their autographs. But then there's a few here and there that I grab. So let's go ahead and go through my autos. We'll kind of go a little faster. But first, Pelimoto. Really liked her in Mandalorian. So I saw this. It was not super expensive. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy Pelimoto. Baby Leia. It's my chance. Young Leia. It's my chance to have a Leia card, autograph card. So why not? Because I don't have Carrie Fisher yet. I pulled this card from the Smuggler's Outpost. It's an on-card Amy Allen, Ayla Secura. This is numbered out of 99. Just a cool card. Cool character. I like all the Jedi. Here is Grand Admiral Thrawn. Did not have his autograph yet. I pulled this out of the Breaker's Delight box from Topps Chrome. And I thought, what the heck, I'll keep that. Maz Kanata. I liked Maz in the movies, in the new trilogy. And again, it's a hyperspace card, I believe. Yeah, and it's out of 50. Cool card, Maz Kanata. Who doesn't want a little BB-8? BB-8 out of 50 autographed by Dave Chapman. And then here is the actor that actually did R2-D2 in The Force Awakens, Jimmy V. So I had this first before my other R2 autograph, which you'll see in a few minutes. So Nien Nunb, however you want to call it. There's two different actors that played him. This one's actually numbered out of 300. It's out of Galactic Files, which is pretty cool. And then there's the other autograph, which is we have Mike Quinn and Kipsang Rotich. So again, two of Nien Nunb's autographs. Love this. Got this from my buddy DLC. You guys probably know DLC from the streams we're in. He's the one that also got me the Darth Vader cookie jar. I appreciate you, Doug. Thank you. But I saw this on his eBay store. I said, dude, hold that for me. I love Dak from The Empire Strikes Back. He had a short moment in the movie. He's got a cool autograph. I was all over that. Here is Brez Derlin. He is from the Empire Strikes Back. Bren Derlin. Nice autograph there. Biggs Darklighter, Luke's buddy from A New Hope. I love his autograph. Garrick Hagen. This is numbered out of 99. Again, a lot of these are in card savers because eventually I'm going to send them in to get graded because I just want to preserve the card. I don't really necessarily care what the grade is, but I want them in the slab to be protected. But to send them all in is very expensive, so I'm kind of doing it piece by piece. Tally was a pilot in the new trilogy. She didn't last long. I liked the character. It was cool. We had an A-Wing pilot. I still have this. I got this on Doug's stream as well. It wasn't expensive, and I thought, what the heck? It's kind of cool. General Crix Madine. Nobody gives him a lot of credit. Nice autograph. Love that from Return of the Jedi. Dermot Crowley. Again, I just love these older original trilogy characters. If you guys look it up, there's not very many of them alive anymore. There's not. From the original movies. There's not a lot of them still alive. Here's Mon Mothma autograph. Carolyn Blakiston is Mon Mothma. This is numbered out of 50. Really cool looking card. Got this from my buddy Popcorn. We had part of a trade we did. Here's a Jawa. Rusty Goff as a Jawa. That's kind of cool. Also, part of a trade with Popcorn, we got a 30th anniversary box. You guys could see this on my YouTube channel. This is Norman Reynolds, the art director from A New Hope. Like, look at that. When I first pulled it, I was a little disappointed. But then when I looked at it, I'm like, this is the art director from the original movie. I mean, that's really cool. The more I sat and looked at it and thought about it, I'm like, this is really cool. So I'm very happy that I got that card. How about Bosk? There we go. Alan Harris is Bosk. Gosh, I love all these cards. Forlom. Where's his buddy that everybody mixes up? Right here. Forlom and Zuckuss. Forlom and Zuckuss, the two bounty hunters. This is from Black and White. That's cool. We have Greedo. Love that. Paul Blake, I think. Yep, Paul Blake is Greedo. Solo. Then let's move on to Jabba's crew. I think this is not all Jabba's crew. Here we go. Organize this a little bit. This is from A New Hope. There's Ponda Baba. And then this is kind of a rare card. Soren. This is from the cantina scene in the original movie. Barbara Franklin, I believe. This is numbered out of 50. Again, kind of rare card there. We'll go to Jabba's Palace. Droopy McCool. I mean, who wouldn't want his autograph? Droopy McCool. Here's Snice Noodles. Little Snice Noodles. And then Max Rebo himself. So we got part of the band here. I'd like to get some autographs from the band at the Cantina Band. I don't have any of them yet. I don't know if there's any of those out there. Now we have Jabba. We have Bib Fortuna. I pulled this card. I pulled this one as well. And then, of course, who wouldn't like some Oola? Femi Taylor is Oola. Again, great autographs from Jabba's Palace. Next we move on to the Imperials. So, I love the Imperial officers. Here's Moff Jared Gerard. So Moff Jared Gerard, I actually have 3 autos. One of them I just pulled out of my PC because I had gotten this one recently, which was on card. I really like this, but I'm super torn. This is a chrome black out of 50. This card looks so good, but that one's on card. And even though I look at these two cards and this card has the eye appeal, I like that one better. But I'm torn. I'm very, very torn. So I have them both right now. Because I don't want to keep unnecessary stuff. You know, I want to get his autograph in a card I like, and then we'll sell the other stuff and move on, because I have a lot of cards to pay for to make YouTube channel videos. It's not cheap. Admiral Piet. Love Admiral Piet. I bought this card, got it graded. It got an 8, an auto 10. He recently passed away, so rest in peace. And then I think I pulled this out of a box. So now I've got these 2 cards here. You know, this one's numbered out of 99. Neither one is on card. This one's newer, but I think I like that one better, even though this one is numbered. But again, it's another instance of where I'm kind of like debating in my head what to do. Here we go. General Veers. Love that name. General Veers. Prepare your men. It's a cool card. Cool card. Then we got Commander Prodigy. I don't know if that's something on the... Yeah, it's a top loader. It's got something on it. This was from A New Hope, and then General Mahdi. Admiral Mahdi. Admiral Mahdi got choked out a little bit by Vader. His autograph was a little harder to find than I thought it would be. Because I remember one night just sitting on my phone looking at the cast of all the movies, and I'm looking on eBay, and it's like, these are a little harder to find than you think. Especially the older cards. You know, they have all these stickers that they've saved, and they're putting them in the newer product, but I prefer the older stuff. I got this on a trade and had it graded. Matthew Wood as General Grievous. This card is really cool. Really cool. Recently got a Stellar Signatures from Smuggler's Outpost that was on card. This was already graded, and I just like the image of Grievous better on this particular card, and the chrome black cards look so good. So here's my Gem Mint 10 Auto 9 of my Grievous. Love that card. Wedge Antilles is such a cool character, and if you guys didn't know, he was actually played by a couple different actors. David Ankrum did his voice in the first movie. So there's David Ankrum. I got this card graded. Here's Wedge Antilles, Dennis Lawson. I like having both of these because it's cool to have a card of the actor aged and the actor in young. Being that this is masterwork and it's on card, I think this one is actually numbered. Yeah, it's numbered out of 99. I got this graded. It got a Gem 10 Auto 10, which was cool. But then I think my buddy Teddy got me this one recently. We part of our trade, and I was going to get rid of one of the two, but now seeing them both side by side, I don't want to. I'm going to keep them both because it's not the same image on the card. All you guys out there that watch me on YouTube, it's a trap. Here he is. Admiral Akbar. This is the actual voice of Admiral Akbar. Eric Bowersfield. This is a Gem 10 Auto 9. This is numbered out of 20. Tim Rose, I think, is the actor that played him, but this is the actual voice. I do not have Tim Rose's autograph yet. I probably should get that. All right, Andy Serkis is such a talented actor, and I got this pulled on Whatnot, Midwest Heat. Shout out to those guys over there. They're great people. If you guys aren't following them, you should. Thank you, Mason. You pulled this card for me. It's 2 of 5. I had another Andy Serkis card in the character he played in Cassian's in Andor's show. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I like this better. Just Snoke and Andy Serkis auto out of 5. Again, I don't care about the grade. It's a high tech card, which is a hard grade as it is, but it's a cool card in red. Snoke out of 5. Okay, so now we're moving into some bigger autographs here. Some bigger ones. Here we go. Sam Witwer on card auto of Darth Maul. Got this from Doug, DLC. I mean, this card's a hot card right now. This card's a hot card right now, and I love that I have it, and that is awesome. But I also have Ray Park on card auto as well. So 2 Maul autos, both on card. Love that. Love that they're both on card autos for Maul. Gundark, buddy. I know you're out there. I'm trying to shout out as many people as I can. Got this from your stream. Ashley Eckstein, Ahsoka Tano on card autograph. He made me a great deal on this. Love it. I'd like to get an autograph with her, the younger Ahsoka from the Clone Wars snips, but this is my first Ahsoka Tano autograph. This is a really, really cool card. We're going to start putting them back here. Make some room. Clive Revel. So, Clive Revel was the original Palpatine. The voice back in A New Hope. Or New Hope? No, I'm sorry, Empire. This is numbered out of 50. I think his autograph is gorgeous. One of these, I have 2 of them. One I'm selling because I like this card better. But one of them I got from Popcorn, one I bought. But this is a gorgeous card. Gorgeous card of the Emperor. Tim Curry. Love Tim Curry as an actor. Got this out of Midwest Heat stream as well. And he had a stroke, in case you guys didn't know, and that's why his autograph looks like it did. And I was going to sell the card, but then after I got it, I was looking at it, and it was on card, and I like him as an actor. And it just made me, I don't know, it makes you appreciate life a little bit more when you see this. And the fact that, he's still there. But this just kind of hit me hard, so I sent it out to get graded. So Tim Curry on and on card auto. Got this also from my buddy Doug DLC. Here's Wicket Warwick out of 10. Wicket. Who wouldn't like a little Wicket autograph? I think that's cool. So I got my Ewoks there. Gotta put Wicket here somewhere. Okay, so these cards I both pulled out of black and white. This is Dickie Beer, who is the stunt double for Boba Fett. And then, this is one of my most prized cards. We're getting into some big cards here, you guys. Jeremy Bullock, 2 out of 5. I found out about this set from my buddy Caesar. Thank you, Caesar. He said, you got to check out black and white. And he pestered me for years. It felt like years. To get black and white, so I bought a few boxes and ended up pulling this card out of there. This is a monster. It's 2 of 5. Jeremy Bullock. That's awesome. Boba Fett. And then I like having the companion to it. Like, here's his stunt double and here's the actor. That's really, really cool. So let's put Boba over here. Love that. I just love that card. It's so cool. Thank you, Caesar, man. Without you, I would have never bought that card. Would have never bought it. I'm going to save that one for a second. For a reason. Next. I finally got him, guys. I finally got him. Kenny Baker, 4 of 10. Anthony Daniels from Hyperspace. I got R2 and C-3PO's autographs. So cool. I'm still missing some biggies, and I'm not financially wealthy enough to afford to buy them. And my only hope is that someday I'll get a pull from a Whatnot stream or something. But these are so cool. I mean, these guys, they're icons. I mean, they are. He's the very first character you see in the first movie. I love these cards. Love them. Kenny Baker, Anthony Daniels. This next card was given to me on my birthday. And I don't even need to say who it is. But it came in the mail, and I opened it, and I was totally blown away. And my wife's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, look what I just got as a birthday present. Billy D. Williams autograph, Lando Calrissian, and I sent it out to get graded. That is so cool. And it's young Billy D. Williams. 2014 Star Wars UK Perspectives. Awesome. Just totally awesome. Which, by the way, May the 4th, 2026, you guys. Right now, if you're watching this video, Popcorn Culture on Whatnot is doing Star Wars May the 4th breaks all day. And he's opening these boxes, these 2014 UK boxes, where you can get Leia, Luke, Han, Billy D. Williams, James Earl Jones. You can pull their autographs. This is before Star Wars has always been big, but it's before Star Wars was like really big. And you don't see those OG characters sign anymore, but they were way more common back then. My friend gave this to me, and it means a lot. And I'll never get rid of this card. Never get rid of Billy D. Williams. This card I got in Popcorn Stream as well. Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca. This is out of the Force Awakens box. I absolutely love this card. It's out of 10. I will never get rid of this card. I remember I was there. I watched him pull it out of the pack. And I was just like sitting here looking at my phone going, are you kidding me right now? I have Chewbacca's autograph? I mean, dang. Chewy. Right there. Chewy. Actually, Chewy. We're going to do Chewy. There we go, Chewy. This is probably my most valuable card. I really like it. The Billy D. Williams and the Peter Mayhew mean more to me than this card, but this card is really cool. It's Hayden Christensen and Ian McDiarmid, dual autograph, 24 Star Wars Chrome Black out of 10. I sent it in and it got graded a Gem 10 out of 10. This card is really cool. I got this in East Coast breaks on Whatnot. It was a fluke. I was at work. I hopped on there, bought Vader, forgot about it, came back later on, and I was getting blown up on Whatnot, people trying to buy my spot, and I'm like, what are they talking about? And I look at the stream, and he's holding this card, and he's like, you guys are going to do a wheel spin, or we have to work it out. So I reached out to the guy that had the Emperor, and I feel like I was very generous to him to buy him out, because I know that I might not see a card like this ever again or have the chance to it. So I have a lot of people that I know if I ever wanted to sell it would buy it right away. But this card is really cool. So, I mean, I've got Hayden now. I've got Ian McDiarmid now, so we can cross them off the list. But that card is really cool. All right, so let's go to the end of my PC. Okay, so we're getting towards the end. We've got our vintage. We did my autographs. And now we have just some cards that mean something to me. And then there's one other character that I like to collect. And I'll show those cards off and we'll be all set. So here we go. So C-3PO off of Sapphire. Love this card. Numbered out of 75. It ended up getting a 10. I think I pulled this card. Here's another Luke from that same set. I like the blue. The blue looks good. Got a 10. Luke in his X-Wing uniform is cool. And then we got Ben, which I've told you guys I like to collect. Alec Guinness. It's just such a nice looking card. Alec Guinness is Obi-Wan, or is Ben Kenobi. And again, I got a Gem 10. Love this card. Pulled it out of the box myself. This is R2 and C-3PO out of 25. Ended up getting a Gem 10. Cool looking card. Orange Sapphire. Recently purchased this. I know somebody who really desperately wants this. This is a gold Luke as the Jedi from Return of the Jedi. It is numbered out of 15. It is 1 of 15 in a Gem 10. Very, very, very nice card. You guys saw me pull this in the montage. This card I'll never get rid of. Got it graded. The one that you saw. Got a Gem 10. I got this blue case. Again, shout out to the guys at Let's Go Card. In the description, there's a link. You know, those guys reached out to me. I want to say thank you to them too. We've been doing some really cool collaborations together recently. Got some cool cards. They've been very generous. And you guys have been really cool in supporting them as well. So you can go to their eBay store and buy these cases that you see these cards in. So if you guys like these just snap together. They're really cool. They're just magnetized. Again, really want a big shout out to Let's Go Card. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. And I look forward to the future, doing more things together. So next, we've got some cards from 1996 Finest. Very, very hard set to find. These are cards that I bought on Popcorn Culture Stream. I bought some teams, and I got them graded. These are the first chromium cards from Topps. I love that card. Love this card. That's when he bails out Luke when Luke's about to die in the Death Star. Great Leia card. They keep using images of this, but like this card from 96 is so cool. Got this from Ted. He gave this to me and never got rid of it. Cool card of Luke. There's Vader's card getting out of the TIE Fighter. And there we got Yoda. Yoda. Look, this is such a cool card. They're just neat cards. Kind of a throwback. Another cards I got from Ted. Popcorn. A foil bronze Vader in a 9. This is very rare to get this card and to get it graded. And then a Vader from the 40th anniversary card in a 9. Again, I think he gave them to me as consolations when I didn't hit well in his breaks. So that's the kind of guy he is, and that's why I appreciate him and I support him. Pulled this card out of 93 Galaxy. Again, got that from Ted. I just love the image of that card. This card I had for sale for a while, and I just pulled it off because I like this. I love the prisms and the hypers. This is Luke. It's numbered out of 199. 2015 Chrome Perspectives is, again, another very rare set to find. It's very expensive to find a sealed box, and this is a card that is not very common, so I'm keeping it. Got this from Ted as well. Arabash out of 10, black. Luke Skywalker, really cool card. Really cool. Again, I was going to sell it, and I'm like, no, I like it. You guys saw me open this card. This card just means a lot to me. It's just a really neat card, title card from Return of the Jedi. Ended up gemming. Han Solo. I recently pulled this out of Smuggler's Outpost. One of the Kratosis cards. Again, I prefer to collect younger Han Solo, but I like this card because it's unique, and I like this card because it just reminds you about that, you know, life moves on. And you keep watching the original movies and they don't change, but in real life they do. And that's why I like this. Again, another card I have, I think I got this in a break and got it graded. Here's a Han Solo and a yellow laser. Really cool card from Chrome Black, but again, it's just cool to see the two side by side. And you'll see in a second a card I have that reminds me of that, and I'm trying to collect more of them. Here's another great image from Han Solo. I have that in the 77 card. Got this from Pop out of 25. It ended up grading a 10. Really big card. Really cool card. And then check it out. I have a lot of these. I want to send them out to get graded. But these motion lenticular cards that's got young and old on it, it's pretty cool. So again, I don't even care about the grade. I just like to get them slabbed up to protect them. Shout out to Indiana Jones. Recently decided to keep this card as well. Got a Raiders of the Lost Ark vertical card coming from Pop that he has packs of those. I bought one and he ended up pulling one. I'm going to send it out and get it graded, and I've decided to keep this because I love the Indiana Jones movies, and I think that these cards are something that you're going to see go up in value soon. Jedi a la Kurosawa. Love this card. One of the greatest cards, Star Wars cards ever made, if you ask me. This is the original from Series 7 Galaxy. The one from 21 Galaxy, the Superfractor, sold for $100,000. which was a remake of the card, but this is the original. Love this card. You can get them in different parallels, with the new set. But this is cool again. It's a really great card. It's got all the great characters on it. Again, something I would never get rid of. And lastly, he's the reason we're all here. George Lucas, this is his idea. And because of him, we have all these things now. And we have all these cool memories. And I pulled 3 of these cards. I know where the other 2 went. They are in really good homes. And they're with people that will appreciate them. And this is my copy. And I absolutely love this card. There's Vader, Luke. There's Leia and R2, C3PO. And of course, we got the man himself. All right, to wrap this up, guys, before I do, I have one more thing I'm going to show you. It's another character that I like to personally collect. But before I do, I just, again, want to say thank you to everybody. I really appreciate you. I hope all of you have a great day. I appreciate you watching today. Remember, in order for me to keep this going, I need support, and you guys are doing a great job, and I appreciate you. The likes, the comments, the people coming in and hanging out in the Whatnot stream. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate those of you that help in any way you can, and I know that not everybody can help in the same way, and I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys. And that's why in the Whatnot streams, I try to get as many different cards as I can. I try to be really fair with prices. I try to do as many giveaways as I can. I mean, the one stream, I think we gave away 21 slabbed cards, which was not cheap for me to do, but I want to show my appreciation. So again, in the description, there's links to my Whatnot stream. There are links to my eBay store. Those are the driving force behind my channel right now to keep this going. It's going good. We can do better. We're going to do better. I'm going to do better. And we're going to keep doing cool things. And I'm going to stay true to who I am and try to be a light, instead of other things that are out there in the hobby right now. So you guys can count on me, and I know I can count on you, and together we're going to make this really cool. So any support you can offer, eBay, Whatnot, and again, as guys, a simple click of the like, or a share, or a comment, it goes such a long way for me, and I appreciate all of you. So before I conclude, let me show you my last character that I like to PC. It is Rey. So I like Rey. I think Rey's a cool character. I like Daisy Ridley. Again, she's another autograph I'm trying to get. But here's Rey's rookie card in the blue. Gem Mint 10. There's her first card. Then we have 2016. So this was her true rookie, and then this was the Force Awakens card or box here where you had Rey, Heroes of Resistance, and then this is the Last Jedi in the blue. I pulled this and graded it myself. And then I also have a blue from the last movie that I just recently got that I want to send in to get graded. So then I'll have all 3 blues from all 3 movies, which I think is kind of cool. So there's my Rey cards. This card I pulled out of a hobby box. You guys can see it on my YouTube channel. I sent it out to Tag. I love Tag's slabs. This is a gold out of 50. It's a Tag 10. It's a great looking card. Recently picked this one up. Thought it was a good price. It's a Rey out of 25. I'd like to try to get the rainbow, but I think it's going to be very expensive to do so, so I'll have to pick and choose how I do that. But then my favorite Rey card by far is this one, and you guys saw the video in the beginning. Pulled this out of a Sapphire box. This is a black out of 10 Sapphire Selections Rey. Got it graded. It got a Tag 10. I love the tag slab that it just doesn't take away from the card, because right now all that matters when you look at it is the card, and the card is gorgeous. So there's my personal collection. Happy Star Wars Day. Hopefully this was fun and entertaining for you, and there's a lot more coming, and we'll see you guys later. Have a good one. May the Force be with you. Peace.